Wait one second, me and Jim record. I should be recording now. Do apologise for that. But hello and welcome back to TenkoBerry Does Art. Hopefully you are all doing okay today and staying safe. And today's episode we're going to be starting another cosplay for our Oaki here. Now, I do have a few in mind of what I need to, cosplay. But I think we might as well start off. Sorry, I'm just opening a can of juice here so I could have a little zip. Do apologise for that. But hopefully you are all doing okay today and staying safe. Okay, so in today's episode we're going to be starting with a what cosplay was it again? No, so let me get rid of this other extra thing that I had. But in today's episode we're going to be starting a cosplay for Oaki. That is going to be another VTuber. Let me see if I can find their name. Sherry Phillip. That is their name. I'll link them in the description down below if you want to go check out their channel. They're pretty good. I've seen a bunch of their streams and I quite enjoy them. Quite a nice streamer, I tell you. We'll see. But we're going to have to start with designing how this is going to look. I do want to keep the mustache, that's one thing. So I better start with the mustache, I tell you. Better start with the mustache. But I want to go with a different colour thing. And also all of this down here will eventually be changed as we need to give Oaki the bartender suit that it needs. But the thing is, how does that mustache go? It reminds me of an old policeman, mustache, I tell you. That's what it reminds me of. Okay, we've got two lines. I should have made them arch upwards a little bit. Arch upwards. I think that might be a bit too much. Is that a bit too much for arch upwards? Yeah, too much. I think we're going to have to go with more of a rounded shape at the bottom. I'm just going to rise that up a little bit. There we go. You know what? I think that should do. And then it'll be upwards. And does it have... No, it's only a tiny break in it. So I should have made it a bit more longer. That's what I should have done. Should have made it a bit more longer. About... Oops. Accidentally went a little bit too far there. And then upwards. About to there. It would be very, weird if it made this into teeth, I tell you. I tell you, that would be a very weird teeth design for Oaki. Reminds me of, is it a SpongeBob movie? I think it might be the SpongeBob movie. If you remember the, what do you call it? In the SpongeBob movie, the hillbillies. I don't know what you call them. Is that the right, round a bit? Yeah, I would say it's a pretty good round a bit. But I feel like it should be more that way, more like that. So let's quickly get rid of this. And let's see. So I'm kind of taking this episode a bit chilled. Because it's very hot and I still am recovering from my ear infection. So hopefully, it does not get any worse and, it finally fully heals soon. Hopefully. Let's see. But you know what? That's not too bad. That is not too bad. The reason why I'm making it cover the mouth is because a lot of mustaches back in the day used to go over the lip. So I decided, you know what? We'll make it go over the lip. And it kind of does go a little bit over the lip. Tiny bit. Tiny bit. But they keep it, nice and shaved. Nice and cut to perfection. They pick, the premium options when they go to the barber, not bartender. Barber. And I guess I might as well use this to my advantage, as they are just three colours there. Do not worry, we will be adding some detail to this mustache, I tell you. I don't know how far we'll get into this cosplay, design, but we'll get there. We'll get there. It might take a few parts, as I like to sometimes take it slow. slow, not flow. Slow when I'm designing the mustaches and other stuff like outfits for Oaki. I do need to do the other Oaki stuff, and that is I wanted to create. You know what? That actually quite fits, doesn't it? It quite fits. It looks so odd, but it kind of fits perfectly. And I'll go with a lighter shade because we want to create little lines in the mustache. Yeah, that's starting to take shape. Something like that. You know what, I'm not the best at art, I tell you, I'm doing this with a mouse. So if it does not come out too good, you know what, who cares? It takes time, you know, when I'm doing the mouse, I tell you. Because with a mouse, when you're drawing, it is so hard to keep a good straight line, I tell you. That's why you see a lot of little crinkles in this, because it's always going doo-doo-d, my mouse. Just reminded me of my first ever headset that we had for the channel. I don't actually... Wait, I do actually still have my original headset too, don't I? It is absolutely terrible. It's very broken. I don't even think it could fit on your head now. I don't actually know where it is. Let's see. I took it from my old house with me. Because I thought, you know, sentimental. We'll see. And I loved that old headset that we had, I tell you. That was a good old headset. It was the first ever headset that we had. And then the second one that we had fell to bits. That was a Logitech. It felt like the plastic was kind of cheap for that headset. Though it was an affordable headset back then, but it's actually quite rare now that you cannot even get on Logitech's, you know, website no more. Sorry about that, I needed to take a drink of water. And also, well, not water, juice. If you want to know something, the headset I recently seen in a meme a few years back. That was if you know the meme about the headset, are you reviewing cows or are you reviewing a headset? That meme. That one, I tell you. Now for the suit idea. It looks like it's a purplish bluish with a bit of white in it, so a purplish bluish. So I would want something that's more this direction. But then that's a bit too... Yeah, it does have that purplish to it. That seems pretty good. That seems pretty good. Okay. So I'll make a little line here. That little line shall be what I use to make this, but first we need to grab that, and we'll need to start by making where the arms would normally go if you know, Oaki had arms. Okay, so that I would say around there. Yeah, I think that would be a comfortable bit there. Now the shadow, I might take away the shadow that I have on Oaki there. That, you know, the shadow designs for doing your own shadow and art. Oh, I haven't got to rephrase that. So, when you're doing shadows in your own art, it's normally best to go down a few shades. And that's what I did with this one. Though it is kind of wonky. That is my problem with that one. That it is kind of wonky. And also we're using it Oaki from the start of the year. Let's see. Yeah, this is I think this is a remaster one that I did a while ago. Not the best remaster one, but it was a quite good remaster. I tell you. I need to do another remaster soon, I tell you. I tell you, I've had the same Oaki for a long time because it's probably one of my best ever Oakis. It feels, you know, like a real Oaki. That's what I'm going to say. There we go. That seems pretty reasonable. And go like that, go like that, go like that. And then I'll fix that there. Thing is, we're going to have to create some... What will I say? What was it? You know when you see... Well, not see the word. You know what? I've not recorded in a few days, so apologise if, you know, I do not speak too well now. Let's see. Shadow. That's what we want. Shadow. We want something like crinkles. That's it. Crinkles. What we have going on here. So we would normally go down a few little bits of shade and then probably just create like a little tiny bit that, you know, goes around maybe. A little bit like that. Create a little bit of a crinkly shade on there. Something like that, I tell you, something like that. It's not the best, it's not something that I really focus on doing a lot of the time, is the crinkling. I'm quite terrible at the crinkles, I tell you. Let's see. If you know how bad crinkling is, to make it look, you know, as realistic as possible, you know how bad it is, I tell you. I hate crinkling. It's great when you know how to do it, but when you do not know how to do it too well, it really gets on your nerves sometimes, I tell you. There we go. Very crinkly looking, you know, top bit there. Not really the best, I tell you. It's not really the best. It's kind of a bit too crinkly, shall I say. So maybe I might pull it back a little bit. And how about we do more of a longer crinkle? Yeah, maybe a longer crinkle. Making sure the sides are all done. Yeah, I think that's where we're going to have to go with a little bit of a longer crinkle, but we'll still have a tiny little bit, a few of these smaller crinkles, just to make it look like, you know, they're actually just all together, the crinkly. Let's see. This is, you know, a shirt. Like one of the proper up short. Well, not shirts, shorts. Oh, now I'm messing up my speaking, I tell you. Terrible, I tell you, terrible. Let's see. Well, we'll just take this a bit slow, so we can get it all perfect. Something like that, I tell you? Something like that. Okay. So we'll go with something like that, a little bit longer. But not too long, that it kind of looks a little bit odd. Yeah, that seems a bit nicer. But I feel like if I'm also doing this, I'm going to find the original colour. I'm going to do something that's just a little bit darker than usual. Yeah. It's kind of like camouflage pattern now, I'm saying. It's kind of like camouflage pattern. I'm terrible at crinkling, so I don't normally learn crinkling. It's not really something that I really focus on. So it's also one of the things that I am not very good at when it comes to actually having to do some crinkling, especially for shirts. Terrible at the crinkle shirt bits. Tried to do one. I think it was. I was gonna do it for the New Year's. Okay, yeah. When it was New Year last year, I was gonna do a crinkle in it, and I just could not get it to look right, so I just scrapped the whole idea, I tell you. Actually, just gotta check how long we've been recording. Yeah, we're doing pretty good. We are doing pretty good. And this will be the last crinkle over here, and then we can get started on some of the other stuff. Some of the less boring stuff. There we go. And you know what? Maybe I'll make that a bit crinkly. And that. Yeah, it kind of looks like camouflage pattern, but we'll just gotta stick with it, I tell you. Where is it? There we go. And now the suit. The suit is the hardest part, I tell you. That's what I will say. The suit is the hardest part because you have to just get it perfect. It's probably gonna have to be more lowered down. So we'll start with something like that. And then obviously we would do something like this for the tie area. And that also gives us a little bit of a basic starting little area to hop off of. Let's see. The thing is, I don't want to go too close to the edges, but I did notice how the suit, what do you call it? I was gonna say button, no. The little bow tie, that's it. Bow tie. I could not remember the word bow tie, I tell you. It's all very straightforward here. It only goes up slightly, but not too slightly. Let's see. And then we'll start with the bow tie, but I think I might as well make it a little bit lighter as not to make it bad. I'm not very good at bow ties, I tell you. Bow ties are one of my things that I really struggled with. Last time I did a bow tie was probably New Year's, okay? You know what? I like it. It's very tiny, but you know what? We'll keep it that way. I feel like it'd be kind of cute that way. Let's see. And there's no really too much around here, is there? So something like that, maybe? Hope that's not very good. There we go. That's not too bad. Not too bad at all. I'll make that a little bit more better rounded up, I tell you. There we go. That's not looking too bad, I tell you. That is not looking too bad. Now, how does the shirt design go? I'm probably going to have to go with more of a whiter shaded colour. This one is... basically all of this is going to be white. Apart from the bow tie. But I'll get in there and... there we go. And then for the bow tie, let's see. It's like a reddish blackish colour. So we'll go with a reddish blackish colour. Gonna make it, you know, all match up and look a little bit nicer. I think, you know, trying to do bow ties is one of my hardest things, including, you know, crinkles. So at least, you know, we're trying to get better with it, I tell you now. Because we're going to be doing a lot of different kinds of cosplays and for Oaki and a lot of different VTubers that I want to cosplay. Now, what was it? We do have Oaki person, and I don't know if I will do Oaki person cosplays, as I feel like, you know, it'd be more fun to do, try and fit a whole person's you know, design onto one thing now. And then maybe in the future I might do some Oaki person cosplays. How about that, I tell you. think that's what we'll do. But also, this is a very unique jacket. That is the real problem, I tell you. Reason being is due to it having many edges, I have to be very careful in order to make it look right enough. And it does go around, but we do not have that much room to make it go around. But I will make sure that it's, you know, it's not fully, you know, steady, because it goes, is it not steady? No. Symmetrical, that's what I was trying to find. Symmetrical, because that goes into this jacket over here and then buttons up. Let's see. Now the problem is that design on the jacket. I know I can do a darker color, so let's see. I'll work off of this, make it a bit brighter, more lower down. Yeah, that'd be where we base it off of. And then probably a yellowish kind of color here. I don't know if I want, you know, brighter color. Yeah, that'll do there. That will do there. And now to get it proper, I will try and do, you know, the writing kind of idea. Whatever this is. Embroidery. No, it's not embroidery. You know what? I'm not very good with naming fashion. Plus, I've not recorded in a few days, so I'm really struggling. It's when you're just not in recording mode for a long time. It takes like a while to get back into recording mode, I tell you. It takes a while to get back into recording mode. Right. And then something like that going downwards. And then something like, we'll just make this a little bit longer. And then something like this there. And then work it along and create like kind of a moon and sea kind of look. Yeah, that's not too bad. And it is symmetrical on both sides, right? Yep, it is. That is a lot better for me. A lot better for me, I tell you. I could go down. There we go. That's not looking too bad. It's a little bit further away. I feel like this one's a bit larger than this triangle. Let's see. I could actually fix that to now if I wanted to. But then it means trying to make sure this is pointy again. It would have to be something like that. Maybe. Yeah, I think it'd be something like that. Let's see if this works, and then if it does not, we'll just go back a few bits. See if we can make it work a little bit better the other way. Yeah, it would probably be a lot shorter. Somewhere around there. I think this is the problem, I tell you. You think you see it symmetrical, and then you notice how one area is a little bit longer and the other side is not as long. I hate that, I tell you. So actually, Oaki's eye is a little bit off over here. I think I do fix that in one of my thingies, but I forgot to bring it over to the other Oaki's. You know, it's weird to think Oaki is, you know, very old now. I designed the original Oaki long before the first Minecraft video on the channel, and that was back in 2017, 2018. Actually, I will tell you something. I'm pretty sure the original Minecraft episode is a bit older than it was released, as I did delay it because I needed to get reviewed before I could upload it, because I was a bit younger at the time. Make sure there was nothing, you know, wrong with it. Let's see. But they had to review it before I could upload it. It sounds very weird, I tell you. But it's just in case there was any, you know, bad background noise. It's like the washing machine. I tell you, the washing machine, it would just sound out to myself, I tell you. But luckily that never happened. We'll see. So wait. Trying to remember what the original recording style was like. Okay, so I had to wait a while before it could get reviewed, and then I would upload it. Yeah, but that was perfectly fine. I was a little bit younger at the time, I tell you, so that's why. Just making sure there was no problems in it. Let's see. That's why I would always get a second opinion. I tell you, sometimes, you know, second opinions are good, but then sometimes second opinions aren't really that good. I think that's the problem, I tell you. Like, it's great to have a second opinion, but sometimes the second opinion is not always right. Plus, a lot of the episodes of the original Minecraft series that we did on the channel, I think it was around, yeah, it was around the time that I designed one of the original Oakis. Sorry, need to take a drink there. Yeah, it was around the time that I was designing a Oaki. It was one time in the series. Oh, you know what? I'm totally going off track. The heat's really affecting my memory and all that now. So it's really hard for me to think and speak. Especially, you know, as the ear infection did affect my jaw a little bit, so that's a little bit sore. Let's see. Looks like this is going to be very cramped here. So if I do not speak too much, it's probably because my ear pain, you know, is affecting my jaw. Let's see. And also I am taking this episode a bit, you know, chiller than usual, because it's just that hot now. It's night time, but it's still very hot. You know what? I might open my window for a little bit. Just to let in some air. Let's see. And you know what? We're just gonna do our own squiggly lines, because I feel like, you know, trying to do it as perfect is sometimes not always the best, I tell you. We'll do something like that, I tell you. Oh, that's not too bad. That is not too bad, I tell you. Kinda looks like a smiley face now. Oh, I love that. Love it though. Wait. And a little bit down here. We'll do a bit like that. There we go. Whoa. You know what? I quite enjoy that. I quite enjoy this, I tell you. Now, I do not think I can get these side bits in, I tell you. If I wanted to, probably not. I need a little bit of a larger line. I'll do something like that. Do something like that. And then we'll probably go over here. Sorry if you heard any dogs barking in the neighbourhood. Quite a lot of them bark in the neighbourhoods. It's like they're, you know, calling out the postman, like, "Postman, street 4. I saw the postman by going ba 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 ba. And it also looks like they have reddish bronze buttons. So I'll check and see. Yeah, that'll do. Oh wait, we can't do the buttons. Cannot do the buttons. If we did, it would probably go right here. Sadly, I cannot do the buttons. Well, that does not really matter. Let's see. What matters is this bit over here. That I'm definitely going to have to do with a darker shade. Sorry about that, I had a bit of a burp there. And then that there. And then I'll go with a darker shade here. Kind of just blend it in a little bit better, but that's not just it all. We need to do this top bit over here that's a little bit lighter, so we'll head back to that design that we have over there. And then go with something like that maybe. There we go. There we go, that's not looking too bad. And then I'll go with a brighter. I just cannot speak today, I tell you. I don't know what it was, you know. Whenever I start recording, for some reason my speaking just, you know, muddles up. I'm either speaking too fast or I'm speaking too slow. That I'm like a car in a stall. Okay. So, now that we have that, it looks like there is some stuff hanging. So, something like that maybe? I guess I might as well start with the cone shape here. And then there's two bits here hanging. Two bits here hanging. I changed the color in just a tiny bit. Gotta change that a bit. I think I might go with a thinner kind of lining. And like that. Kinda looks like a little face now, like, haha, how you do there? Little pocket friend. Okay. So I guess the next step would be connecting it to the point that's supposed to be here. There we go. And now we should go for a little bit of a brownish kind of colour into it, I tell you. Now it needs to be a bit on that side, yeah. No, it needs to be lighter but darker at the same time. There we go. I'm not the best at doing tiny detailed stuff like this, so we'll try our best, I tell you. And go like that. And then I'll probably go with a more orange kind of colour to kind of go with that. You know what, just go like that. Yeah. That, I think, works out quite well. From a distance it looks, you know, quite nice. But when you get a little bit closer, you can see where I've placed, you know, those little bits. It's more like, you know, you look at it from a distance and it looks very nice. Now, for the jacket, I tell you, it's like a purplish, blackish kind of colour. So we'll have to find a good purplish, blackish kind of colour. Something like that, maybe? That's a bit too bright. I kind of look like that guy from Oblivion, if you know what I want. No, if you know what I mean. Shigarath, that's it. Shigarath from Oblivion, I tell you. That's what that reminds me of. That's a bit too fancy. Needed to be more blacker. It's getting there. It is getting there. Yeah. I think that's pretty cool. I think that's pretty cool. It works out quite well. And yes, we need to get the scar under the eye, I tell you. Though I'm pretty sure they used a quite orangey kind of colour for it. I'll have to try and find a good brush size for it. How many lines does it have in its scar? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's 3, 4, 3, 4, 5. You know what I should have done? Instead of doing like, you know, something like this, I should have just did it like, you know, the inside of a tree colour. More of a, yeah, that works. It kind of matches the colouring that they went with for their scar. Let's see. Now the hair. I do not know if I can do the hair, but I will bring up a little bit so I can make a save. So blackout transition, and I'll make sure to make a save. Sorry, I was just checking something there. I'll make a save. Okay, now the date 09/09/2023. It's going to be a PNG, and it's Sherry Phillip. Yeah. Okay. It's not Cherry Phillip. It's Sherry. Just making sure. Just making sure. Sherry Phillip Cosplay. There we go. 1. Poop. Should that work? Yeah, that should work. That should work there. We've now made a save, so we can now continue on. It's here. There we go. Right. Now we need to get their hair done. Now their hair is a combination of grey and a bluish kind of grey. So we have to try and make a good combination in between. It looks like a lot of the, you know, big, you know, normal look and grey colour is normally, you know, near to the top that starts, you know, coming in. So I think we'll just follow that kind of idea and keep the bluish as the one that we need to do. Yeah, let's see. Sorry about burping there. Keep burping because I've, you know, drank some juice, I tell you. Okay, so it's like that. Very funny because I have one of these right in front of my face. Okay, let's see. Another one that just goes down just a tiny bit. Just a tiny bit. You know what, I think that's gotta come out quite nice. We gotta make this kind of looking a bit cursed, I tell you. A bit cursed, but in the end it shall be nice. In the end it shall be nice. As I could just chop off the top of Oaki's head, but here. And just make it, you know, go around like this. Kind of looks more like a hairdo that way, I think. Nah, it's okay. It's okay. We'll keep it this way. Right, I now need a bluish, kind of greyish kind of colour. Not too bluish. That's too blue. Yeah, that's kind of, you know, bluish, greyish colour. Okay, we'll just add that there. It's kind of got to look a little bit odd for a little while, I tell you. That's what I will say. It's got to look a little bit odd. A little bit odd. But it will take time. It will take time. Okay, now I can go for more of a greyish colour. Sorry, I'm going, you know, piece by piece now, I tell you. Something like that, maybe. Might not look the best, I tell you, this bit. But I'm not very good at working with hair. I've noticed that there is a bit of a reddish tint of some of the colour in the hair. So I might add that later on. Wait for it. Wait for it. There we go. Starting to mix well, I tell you. Starting to mix well. Trying to mix this all together, but not too much. This grey does kind of override the other colour now. Until we can get that red tinted colour in. I do not normally work with hair, that's why this has got to look a little bit odd for a while. But in the end, I feel like it will come out quite nice. To come out quite, you know, cursed, maybe. Maybe. Just maybe. Okay, now I need a bit of a reddish kind of colour. Of a pinkish kind of... Yeah, something like that maybe. Is that kind of like the colour? Yeah, it's kind of like the colour. Normally at the roots over here. So we'll just follow that along. All the way along. Kind of looks like, you know, tiny little star there. You see that? Kind of looks like a little, you know, star that's been put together too much. There we go. That's not too bad. That is not too bad at all. It's starting to come together as hair, I tell you. It's going to be quite awkward. I don't really work with hair that often, so I'm hoping that this turns out well. Now we need to try and wrap it around, kind of like, you know, what it is, you know, kind of, you know, wrapped up hair. There we go. We're starting to get something here, I tell you. We're starting to get something here. let's just go that way. I'm gonna check something. Yeah. Sorry. Oh, sorry about that. I was just checking something there with the hair. Plus also making sure I was not muted. Sometimes I accidentally start the recording and it turns out I'm muted. That's happened too many times back in the day, and then, you know, it's not happened that much this year, I tell you. I think it's about happened like maybe 3 or 5 times now this year. Well, that's pretty much it. Been pretty good this year. Been, you know, checking. Let's see. There we go. I just clean all of that up. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna have to add some more of these stuff and kind of just clean it up a bit more. Tell you, for being hair, it reminds me of some of the old anime hair that they used to do for, like, you know, old animated shows back in the day that were drawn like, you know, crayon kind of style. There we go. I might just move this back, and we'll go up and down. Now, I do want to talk about something. You know, one day when Oaki gets, you know, animated, that's something that I've always wanted to do. I wanted to learn, like, you know, a few frames of animation and just make it, you know, cycle through every once in a while. I think that's what I would do. We'll see. Problem is, I'm not very good at that kind of stuff, I tell you. I tried learning it a few, well, I think it was the start of this year, I tried learning some animation. But I was absolutely terrible at it. So I kinda gave up there. But maybe in the future, I think I'll give it another try. So if you want to leave any good, you know, animation stuff down below, we can start to try and, you know, animate Oaki by, you know, piece by piece. But I do want to do that for every cosplay that we do of Oaki, yeah. Thing is, I wanted to do Oaki a long time ago to wiggle. Like, go do, you know, go side to side every once in a while. That's something I've always wanted to do. Something that I've always wanted to do. We'll see, but I just could not get the right proportions to do so. Tried to do it a while ago. Like, when I was doing, I cannot remember what time it was. It was a long time ago. It was very old Oakis. You know what? I might actually still have it. But it was, oh, what was it? It was like a marshmallow kind of Oaki. But kind of like, what's that, you know in Japan when they, powder their face white? I cannot remember their name. And I do not want to accidentally mispronounce something and say the wrong thing. So I'll, let you remind me down below. You can remind me down below, I tell you. Something like that. I did that Oaki like that a long time ago. It kinda does, if you think about it, kinda does look kinda racist, but I was kinda going with more of a, what do you call it? You know what, I'll just show you in a bit. Once we're done with this hair bit here, I'll show you the Oaki that I'm talking about. Kinda does look a little bit racist, but it was not made like that, I tell you. It was made after, what was it again? What was it? It was that old, cannot remember. It's like a poster kind of design back in old Imperial Japan. I just cannot remember what it was, or a job that it was in. I think it was more like a sumo kind of thing. Can't remember. It's been that long, I tell you. It's been that long since I designed that Oaki, because it was one of the early days of Oaki designing. There we go. There, we have designed so many Oakis. A lot of them you've never even seen. I tell you, a lot of them you've never even seen. I do want to recreate a certain Oaki, and that is Oaki with body. Oaki with body was a kind of like, you know, it's a God of War kind of looking, you know, Oaki. Kind of like that. I think I still have it somewhere. I'll show you it after I get this final bit of the hair done. Show you both of the two Okies that I'm talking about. There we go. There's that little bit there that I want to... get that done. Let's see, there we go. That's... oh wait, forgot all about this bit here. You know what, I'll actually keep that bit there. There we go. Forgot all about this little bit down here. There's a little bit down here, it's very forgettable, shall we say. There we go, that's looking a little bit better. And we'll just wrap it around there, wrap it up there. And then a little bit there. Like some of the brown then that's showing through. And you know what? Not bad. For, you know, one of the first hairdos that we've done, it did not turn out too bad, I tell you. It's not too far off of the original. Not too far off. Yeah, okay. Let me go find these old Okies where I told you about. Ah, here it is. I tell you, this was back when I was not very good at doing Okies. This was going to be an Oki banner, but I never finished it because I never really liked it. Never turned out the way that I wanted it to. But this is Oki that I was talking about. I was actually thinking about the, what do you call it, back then I did actually plan for these to be the eyes. Pink eyes. But, you know, pink eyes are normally when you get farted in the eyes and, you know, or you have poop in your eyes, stuff like that. But that is the Oki that I was talking about. It does kind of seem, you know, a bit racist, but I was going for more of a traditional Japanese look. But that was a very long time ago when I was not very good at doing Okis. I think if I did it today I would probably do it a lot better. I think, you know, I think I would give it eyebrows. I think that's what I would do. I would give it something like, you know, this, but I would probably raise these and then put the eyes underneath. Maybe like, you know, a rounded bit here. Something like that, maybe. Something like that. Okay, wait 1 second while I find the other Oki thing that I was talking about. It's buff Oki, yeah. I'll give you a newer variation of it. Back before it changed. This was a very old Oki, to be more exact. Very old Oki. Here we go. This was one of the earliest Okis from back in the day. It was something that I used for my Discord and also for the channel. This is what the early Okis looked like back in the day. I was not very good with the design. I think I did quite well in the body design, I tell you. I wanted to go with something like, you know, kind of little tiny stump hands. That's what I kind of went with there, for more of a thinner root kind of idea. Like it's big root and then it's tiny root at the bottom. And then for the mouth, I started getting very good at the mouth. Compared to the Oki that we have today, it's a lot better. It is a lot better. The mouth is finally, you know, being perfected. So I still like this mouth, I tell you. I think if we ever did a remaster, I would want to remaster one of these Okis. I think that's what I want to do. I want to remaster this, get the body idea for Oki. But it had different stuff, like, you know, a painting in the background, a painting this. There's a little bit of a Up reference there, you know, the house with balloons. And there's Scotland and a bird. Yes, everyone drew these birds back in the day, I tell you. I remember learning how to do these birds back in the day. For birds out in the distance. I tell you, I saw a big bird this morning. Oh, it was huge, I tell you, huge. It was a huge bird. I think it was like a hawk or something. Let's see. Wait 1 second. There we go. A little bit of a rock design there. Okay, well, I think that's where we're going to end it for today. So hopefully you did enjoy this cosplay making for Oaki. Have a nice day, safe up to several. Maybe some more just need to keep the vitamins, very important. And bye bye, see you next time. Have a nice day, bye bye.